Yeah, I think we could talk about the game for the 38 minutes of the game, and there'd be a lot of things I'd be critical of. We didn't play our best basketball at all, but I'm really proud of how we finished. That's a character win for us. We've been in that position a number of times, and we found a way, 9-0 run to win the game. Like I'm extremely proud of our players tonight. Couple things, Jizzle comes in yesterday with 102 temperature, tries to practice with it, and doesn't tell anybody. And he goes through our film session, our walkthrough, and then our Bob Mangine comes up and says, "Hey, he's got 102." I said, "Well, is that even safe?" And he said, "Not really." He was going to practice, and so we didn't see him until this morning, right? He was in the hotel sleeping and all that. So he did not play well. I mean, he played very poorly. But how about a kid that plays with that going on? That don't happen a whole lot. We got to celebrate that. Like the toughness to play through something like that. I don't think that's happening a lot across the country anymore. I'm really proud of that. Now, he didn't play good basketball, but I think he's got a little bit of an out there. I thought Jalen Celestine didn't play one of his better games. I didn't think he looked good moving. But how about the plays he makes down the stretch to win the game in the last 2 minutes? I was really proud of that. Baba, I didn't think played one of his better games. I think he'd say that. I'm disappointed. He was disappointed in the technical, because he knows. We actually had the conversation 2 days ago. He's too good of a player for that kind of stuff to happen, and it's happened a couple times this year. But then he came back. He didn't get frustrated and upset. He came back, and he misses that free throw, which bothered him. How about the 2 big free throws he makes? I thought he finished the game. I'm really proud of that. Keyshuan Tillery gave us a huge lift of energy tonight, and I thought was very, very impactful. Freshman point guards and head coaches, that ain't easy, and I've been hard on this one. It's because I think so much of him, and he's a terrific, terrific player. He's going to be a world-class player. Tonight, I thought he was crazy impactful to winning. I'm really proud of that. Day Thomas was awesome tonight. He had it from start to finish. The play he dives on the floor changes the entire game. He was awesome. And Moo was very good coming off of the tweak to the ankle. I mean, we were so scared he'd step on a foot yesterday. We were like, "Don't do this." Or we told people, Jalen Haynes is practicing now, and I told somebody, get Jalen Haynes away from Moo because he's out there competing. But we were so scared he'd re-injure it, so he didn't do as much yesterday. I thought he was really good tonight, and demanding the ball. So there were some good things, but the best thing is that we won a game down the stretch when things weren't going our way, and I think that's something we can continue to build off of. I'm really proud that we're figuring that out.
Open up for questions, Scott.
Can you explain the difficulty of preparing for a team like Utah? Their backs against the wall. They're not bad. Tough record. They're on the road. Just a team that's kind of wounded coming in here, and they've got nothing to lose, basically.
Well, I think, and I said this before the game to their head coach, and we talked to the guys about it. They're so much better than their record, and you look at when you're going through the scouting report, they're in like every single game. They're at Kansas 2 games ago, and it's a 2-point game late in the second half, and we know how difficult it is to play there. And people that are great in Arizona goes in as the #1 team in the country and loses at Kansas. I mean, and they're in the game at Kansas earlier this week. They had some really good moments against Houston at home this week. They've been in like almost every game, and they never go away. And so it's a difficult game to prepare for because your players are going to look at the record, and you can't play the record because they're going to jump up and win a couple here at the end of the year. I have a lot of respect for them. But I thought our guys took it seriously. We did not execute our defensive game plan to start the game, and I thought that gave them a little more life than I would have liked. But again, finding a way is what mattered.
1-5 now, coaching close games this season. First close win on the campaign. What was the difference in the execution level tonight compared to the rest of those outings?
I thought we just stayed poised. Baba misses the free throw. Moo missed a 3-footer, maybe 2 of them. Baba misses a 3-4-footer. Jalen misses like a 6-footer. Day misses what is a great look for him from 3. Like it was, it's like, come on, like, we took, maybe we were shooting too many threes, so then we get it inside to move there on a big possession, and that's one of the ones he missed. Like, it just kind of had that feeling like nothing's going to go our way, and I thought we held our poise, and then guys made some big-time plays in the last couple minutes of the game. I thought the stop, the conversion, Jizzle throws like a terrible pass coming up the floor to JC. So Jizzle was bad tonight. Again, he has an out. But JC gets it, goes to 2 feet in the paint, drops it off to Baba for the dunk. Like, we kept our poise no matter what was going on and made some plays. So I thought that was the difference. Again, a big step for us tonight.
Keyshuan, obviously you want to talk about, and Coach wants to probably talk about defense, but your 2 threes are in that first half. How important was that to getting you into a rhythm tonight?
I mean, it helps. My teammates, they give me confidence to shoot the ball every time. They want me to shoot the open ones, so I just felt confident from them to be able to take those back-to-back threes.
Wes, can I ask one follow-up about your message in that final 2 minutes when you're down 5 points? What is the key message to your team in that?
In the last 10 minutes of the game, really 12 minutes of the game, I just, I could see that, we had a couple guys that were just tired, sick, had that look. And I just tried to be extremely positive. Like, let's enjoy this moment. This is all the work we do. This has been such a great group to work with every day. The most fun I've had coaching since I've been here is with this group, because they want to be good, they're resilient, they work at it. Like, we do all this work, let's go, like, don't worry about anything that's happened. Let's go make plays and win the game. Like, get back to the things we do defensively. And that was a pretty consistent message. Certainly we're talking about aspects of the game and strategy, but the message was just to stay loose and stay confident and go make winning plays, because you work at it all the time.
Wes, is this maybe one of the best signs in a game where you admittedly said that you guys didn't play well, being able to win a game where you didn't play well? Is that one of the best signs that your team might have turned a corner over the past 3 games?
Yeah, I mean, I've coached teams that have won championships, and those teams had plenty of games that didn't play well, but they find ways to win games. This team, that's one of the great qualities of a good team or a great team, is they just find ways. And we found a way tonight. Again, it's awesome to see them find a way. It was awesome to see them overcome it, and like the joy on their faces, the belief, that the way our bench ran off the floor after we took that 1-point lead. This team's capable of quite a bit, and it's good to see them continuing to improve.
Wes, just 6 minutes for Sincere tonight. Was that due to the strategy Utah was playing, Keyshuan playing well, Day playing well? Was that rotation-wise, or what was going on there? Just see 6 minutes with Sincere?
Just a coach's decision.
Keyshuan, when coach has talked about you, he's said that he thinks that you're going to play in Final Fours in your career because you impact winning so much. Do you have that kind of same inner belief about yourself, and how much have you grown since stepping on campus this year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the confidence that I try to have daily is, I try to keep it high, because, that impacts the way I play. Having confidence and getting confidence from my coaches and my teammates, that helps. He tells me all the time, he's going to be hard on me. The other coaches tell me they're going to be hard on me, so just to better me. So I definitely see myself, playing at the big stage, later down the line.
Moustapha, double-double, everything all right? Bob Mangine worked his wonders on you?
Can you say that again, please?
Bob Mangine did a pretty good job with you, because you came out and got a double-double.
Yeah, definitely. Bob be taking care of us, of course, on the chain room. We be working with him every single day. And he be doing he be doing a really good job. He be doing a really good job, taking care of us. And just keep working with him every single day, we'll be right.
Hell's fine. You can get away with it.
Moo, how much has this kind of stretch taught you how much you can push your body, and taught you how much you can grind and dig to want to be out there, and obviously you can play as much as you can, but it's been kind of back and forth with how your ankles respond and how your body responds.
Oh yeah, it's just part of basketball. Sometimes you just hurt something, but I'm just trying to get out there as much as I can. You just whenever I feel bad, whenever I'm like down or something, I feel bad myself. I'm like, why me? So I'm like, I just gotta work on it and just get back on the court, because I want to play. Yeah, so I think everybody in the team want to play too. Another question or two.
Keyshuan, obviously you talk about the confidence you've had. Obviously being a freshman, Big 12 isn't easy to step into that conference. how have you seen your confidence grow and your game grow as the Big 12 slate to move forward? Obviously, you're having a big role for this team. How have you seen that confidence in your role grow?
I mean, since the summer, I work out with Day, Malik. I'm learning things from Buck on the defensive end. Like, I'm watching a lot from Jizzle, just like the older guys in front of me, seeing what they do and how they adapt to the game. So I feel like my growth since the summer has been a little different. I'm kind of under their wings, just trying to learn the game and see what they do to, play well.
Last one, Scott.
Safe to say you might rebound a little bit this coming week based on the teams you have coming up. That would be probably.
Yeah, I was
the
trying to
biggest-
keep the press conference positive, but if you talk about rebounding, you're gonna turn my mood. No, our rebounding was very poor tonight. We actually, after the Kansas State game, we showed some of the things that we think are dropping off. Obviously, we played great, but we talked about weak side rebounding with these guys in film. We talked about how our technique is, in our box outs on the weak side especially, is really taking a back step. And we tried to drill it as much as we could. Yes, I mean, it's hard to do anything the last couple of days with some of the illness and injury, but we tried to drill it as much as we could. I was terrified every time we did something with Moo. He's like hitting the pad, and I'm like, scared he's gonna get the ankle again. So we need to get back to our rebounding habits this week, and getting healthy and getting back to that will be very important. We're not gonna be the team we have to be night in, night out, the way that we rebounded tonight on both ends.
I think one in about Haynes is, obviously he's gonna help you in that area, but is he for sure not playing this season?
Yeah, he's not back to playing like up and down without any restriction even now. So I think to play him this late in the year, where you'd like to think that he'll get the medical from the NCAA. Because of how old he is, I think it's going to have to be a waiver. But you'd like to think that, given all the other crap that is happening, that'll be something the NCAA will understand. So you don't want to ruin his a year of eligibility he'd have left, just to maybe play another couple weeks from now for a couple games. But he's doing stuff, maybe 1 or 2 trips up and down. He's doing half-court stuff, and he's dang good. Day yesterday in practice, I don't know if you'll remember, Key, but Day, kind of goes downhill against him in a drop and challenges him at the rim. And usually versus our scout team, that's a layup.
Yeah, he blocked it.
And he blocks it into like the third row, and then he's competing against Moo like he was playing against Utah tonight in practice. And I'm going, hold on, let's just get Moo to the game, that kind of thing. But it's good to have him back out there with his energy. As I told Jalen, it's a little bit of a tease because you get to see all the things he can do, but you can't put him in the game. But it's good to have him back out there.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.